Good morning to one and all. Our today's resource person is Dr. Vijay Kumar Dalla, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Department in NIT Jamshedpur. Sir has completed and awarded PhD in 2016 from IIT Roorkee and MTech completed in 2008 from IIT Bombay. And Sar has 11 years of experience at various technical institutions, and he authored for 20 reputed journals, and he guided PhD scholars, and 3 of students got placed under his kind guidance. He has invited for giving talks for various technical events, and he awarded so many awards. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. With this, I welcome Sir to take over the session.
Yeah. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your nice briefing about me. Am I audible?
Sir, you are audible, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to interact with the participants as research scholars, PG students, faculty members, and thank you to your institute, Sri Venkat Variya College of Engineering, Andhra Pradesh, and it is, as you know, it is AICTE sponsored FDP on robotic process automation tools and techniques. So my topic is introduction to robotic process automation. As I have also conducted 3 FDPs sponsored by the same agency, ATAL, 2 on robotics and 1 on artificial intelligence. In the last 2 years, and it is just only 2 years, startup of ATAL FDP. So both time I got chance. This year I got chance to conduct 2 FDPs. So I have exposures also of giving lectures on especially robotics at various places, and my research area is space robotics, modeling, simulation, and some little bit experimental work. Now I'm going to extend my work to include artificial intelligence, machine learning, and I'm conducting. I'm also planning to conduct some to set up robotics lab for UG, PG students, and also for research purpose. So I'm going to deliver now the introduction to robotic process automation. Okay, you might be knowing about robotics. What is this? And obviously process automation, and what is the difference between the robotic and automation. So I will start from the very beginning, because the purpose of this FDP is to create awareness among the either the faculty members of different institutes, among the research scholars, to explore more and more in the new thrust areas. So robotics also comes under the 9 thrust areas you might be knowing. So, and it is also going to start in various institutes of AICTE affiliated. Of course, it is running on in various NITs, IITs, but in engineering colleges also running, but not such level. And it is a good thing now. It's going to start at school levels. So it will be not surprising more if our child will be studying coding, and obviously coding and robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So the purpose of, as I told, creating awareness among the students, among the society. So by introducing basic concepts, fundamentals, some practical exposures, or by some uh, hands-on training, you can say software exposures. Okay. So still I'm on the first slide. So what is a robot here? It is something different what we know about robotics and the definition of a robot. Here it is different, but what is that, the term robot? And what is the difference between robotics and automation? Does robotic come under the category of automation? So answer is yes. So which kind of category? There are three categories, or you can say three types of automations. So in which robotic comes under which category of automation? Okay. And is there any difference between robotics and automation? So in a single line, I would like to define, we know it is an automatic machine. But this definition is not complete. But if we add the two keywords, these are a robot is a reprogrammable and a multifunctional automatic machine. In a single line, and remembering two keywords, reprogrammable and multifunctional. And obviously it is an automatic machine. So there is also a level of automation. So in which level it comes? Okay. And automation means doing the things or executing the things without less involvement of humans, or you can say nothing involvement of humans. Okay. Now I'm going ahead. So as I started from the basic difference between the robotics and automation, and the definition of a robotics, robot, already I have discussed, already I have told, we need to remember the two keywords. Okay. Now I'm a little bit moving to the definition of automation, or what is this automation. So automation or automatic control is the use of various control systems for operating equipment such as machinery, processes in factories with minimal or reduced human intervention. Okay. Also, automation has been achieved by various means, including mechanical, hydraulic, pneumatic, electrical, electronic devices, and computers, usually in combination of all mechanical, hydraulic, and so on. Okay. So, at this stage now we know The minimizing of human interference. Human interfacing will be minimized in the case of automation. Okay. Okay. What about if you suppose in a lab you have some CNC machine, you have some like a serial manipulator. Okay. So how to recognize that? How to recognize whether a washing machine is a robot or not? Okay.
Ram
Yeah.
Gopal
So
sir, sorry for disturbance sir. Ram
yeah,
Gopal sir,
yeah.
mute yourself.
Yes, sir. Please take care. Okay. Yeah. Please take care, sir.
Sir, yes sir, please continue sir. Please continue. I will
Okay.
get back further, please.
Okay. Okay. So, what are the benefits of automation? Increased productivity, improve the quality or increase the predictability of quality, improve the robustness or consistency of processes, increase the consistency of output, reduce the direct human labor costs and the expenses. So these are the uh, various benefits by using automation. Okay, and why we are doing automation? Where it is required. Suppose for doing a repeating task like uh, creating data, same data every day. Okay, extracting data and compiling that and sharing to the others either through the mail and in the and it is in the repeated way like in the case of robot picking and placing any object, or you can see in any robotics industry or like Tata Motors for assembling the parts are loading or unloading the parts of the various parts of the car. So this is a monotonous kind of work, repeating kind of work. Easily we got bored by doing the same things in the repetitive manner. So where the automation is required. And obviously by opting automation, the involvement of humans will be reduced. So why not to use the humans, the resources for the some another better task? Why to involve them for the repetitive kind of boring kind of task? So here the purpose is why not to utilize the manpower in the better way, in the proper way, so that we can get more productivity and the quality can be enhanced, consistency, and obviously the cost and the expenses can be enhanced. Okay. So obviously if there will be advantages, then there will be some also disadvantages. So what are those disadvantages? So it is unpredictable, excessive development costs, or also it may be high initial costs, or the last one, unemployment. So these are the some demerits by using automation. So high initial costs, like if you say about the types of automation, the first type, fixed kind of automation. So there will be a lot of investment required. So initial cost will be very high. Okay. So these are the history of automation, how we now reached a various level of automation, from the manual control, then pneumatic control, then hardware logic control, then PLC, then electronics control using gates. So these are the examples of evolutions in the field of automation. Now, what are the various tools involved in the automation? So these are ANN, Artificial Neural Network, DCS, Distributed Control System, HMI, Human Machine Interface, SCADA, Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition, PLC, the Programmable Logic Controller, instrumentation, motion control, and robotics. These are the various important tools for automation. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the types of automation. So there are three types of automation. The first one is fixed automation, and the second one is programmable automation, and the third one is the flexible automation. So what are these and what are the differences between these? Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the fixed kind of automation. So what is this? The fixed automation refers to the use of custom engineered equipment, or you can say special purpose equipment, to automate a fixed sequence of processing or assembly operations. Okay. So this is also called hard automation. So it's regarding programming. The programming will be the fixed kind of programming. We cannot change the program in between the operation or later. Okay. So obviously there will be no varieties, same kind of products, and the products will be the special kind of products. Okay. And for the special kind of products, we need to have the special kind of machinery. Okay. So for investment for having those, the investment cost will be high initially. The primary drawbacks are the large initial investment in equipment and the high production rates, and the relatively less flexibility. Okay. So as I told you, there will be very limited flexibility. What does it mean? We can not get the varieties in the product, like production of suppose washing machine, production of CNC machine, production of various robots, something else. Okay, so that varieties we cannot get in the fixed kind of automation. Now we are going to move to discuss about the programmable automation. It is the second type of automation. Okay. In programmable automation, the equipment is designed to accommodate a specific class of product changes. Okay. Now we are going ahead to have more flexibility. Flexibility in terms of products. Okay. So in programmable automation, specific class of product changes will be there. There will be changes in the product, but that will be some specific kind. Okay. Now, for each new batch, the production equipment must be reprogrammed and changed over to accommodate the new product cycle. Okay. So, what will be problem here? The period of non-productive time followed by production for each new batch. Yeah. So here, once again, in the case of programmable automation, now we are moving little bit towards more flexibility in the product. Okay. So here, what will be the problem? For each new batch, the production equipment must be reprogrammed. In one batch, we got some kind of product. In the second batch, we got some other product. Okay. So in between, we need to change the program. Okay. And that will be the non-productive time, followed by a production run for each new batch. Okay. So if we compare both the fixed automation and the programmable automation. So in fixed automation, the production cost will be, initial investment cost will be high. Okay. But what is the advantage is the production volume will be higher. Okay. Now
maybe something like enabling automation. Okay. Where the content is about.
Now, what about in terms of flexibility? So in programmable automation, due to having opportunity to change the set of equations, or you can say the set of operations in between the production, in between the operation, we can get a variety of products. So what happens in between? We need to change the program. Okay, so for that period, we need to wait for the next batch, and for waiting that time will be the non-productive time. Okay, so this is the disadvantages of programmable automation. But what is the advantages? What are the advantages? We are moving towards the more flexibility in the products. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the third types. Okay. Flexible automation. So it is an extension of programmable automation. In flexible automation, the equipment is designed to manufacture a variety of products or parts, and very little time is spent on changing from one product to another. And the reprogramming of the equipment in flexible automation is done offline. Okay. So what is the beauty of this flexible automation? The production non-productive time will be minimized here. Okay. Why? Because whatever the changes in the program will be done offline, in offline mode. But what about in the case of that reprogrammable automation that was done online? Means during the operation we were changing the programs. That's why we were getting the different products. Here we will get more flexibility, means more versatile items, products, by changing the operations, or you can say by changing the programs. And that changing in the program will be done through the offline mode. So our productivity will not be affected by opting flexible automation. Okay. And this is the graph between the product variety and the production volume. Okay, now the vertical axis, see, we are moving towards low, medium, high product variety. If you see the x-axis, so again we are moving towards low to medium to high production volume. Okay, so if you focus the vertical column and the horizontal axis, so see where all these three types of automations comes in this graph. Okay, so we start from manual operation. So see here, we are not getting more product variety, also the production volume, right? Manual operation. Okay, and what about the fixed automation? As we started from the fixed automation, so see here, the production volume will be higher. Okay, but the product variety is very low. Okay, and by increasing this production volume, we are compensating the cost of special purpose devices, special purpose machinery. Okay, however, we are compensating the cost of special machinery, and but we are not able to give the products in variety. Okay, now see the flexible automation. It is in between the programmable automation and the fixed automation. In flexible automation, we are getting the almost a middle production volume and a middle product variety. Okay, but what about the programmable automation? In the programmable automation, we are getting, you can see, high number of varieties in the product, but the production volume is less as compared to the flexible automation and the fixed automation. Okay, so once again we started from the definition of a robot, then the basic difference between a robot and a automated machine, and then the robotics and automation. So robotics comes under the category of automation. Okay, so which category? The programmable automation category. And also I raised a question how to identify a washing machine or a CNC machine, whether it is a robot or not. Okay, so a washing machine or a CNC machine, they are not a robot. Why? Because their programming is fixed kind of programming. Okay, that is known as the fixed automation. But you can see nowadays the expansion of robotics in various services, like in hospital during the COVID-19 period, to serve foods, to serve medicines to the patients. Also, robot can go in the space and can do some manipulation like docking, floating object. Docking means capturing and placing somewhere or disposing the unwanted materials in the space. It can also repair, inspect the pipeline, going inside the pipeline due to having flexibility in its structure. It can be also used for inspecting inside the water. So underwater robots are being used for that purpose. So in this way, there are number of varieties of applications in the field of robotics. Robotics is now not only limited to the industrial robotics, like it's the earlier arrival days. There are number of applications now. Okay, so that was a little bit about how to recognize whether a machine is a automated machine or a robot. Okay, then we discussed about the types of automations: the fixed automation, the programmable automation, and the third one is flexible automation. And what is the meaning of automation? In a single line, minimizing the human involvement in the production or any task. Okay, and why they are required to minimize the human interferencing? Because they are for like a repetitive, boring task every time, every day. So why not to utilize the resources, human resources, for some better task, where more intelligence is required, where more skills are required. So in that way, we can deploy humans for the better way. Okay. Now a little bit we are going towards robotic process automation, RPA. So as per the McKinsey and a company, according to their survey, according to their research, 22% of IT jobs can be replaced by robotic process automation in the coming years. 22% of IT jobs. See, the figure is too big. Okay. Also, the RPA market will grow by $2.1 billion by the year 2021, by this year, as per the Forrester, as per the survey research by the Forrester. Okay, so see the scope in the field of robotic process automation. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of RPA? Why we are going to study, we are going to uh, explore more about this RPA. So, automation is the key to success. Okay, that's why we all are moving towards the automation. It saves money, it helps to reduce human interference in repetitive tasks, and the most important thing is no coding is required. Like C++, Python, MATLAB, these kind of complex codings are not required in this case. Okay. Now, what is a RPA? So, the full form of RPA, robotic process automation. So, what is a robotic here? When a machine mimics human action, it is called a robotic. Okay. So, what about the term, the robot term? And when it was coined, when it was started? It was started in 1921 by Karel Capek. By Karel Capek in his story. He was a playwright. In his playwright, it was mentioned that there was something who used to mimic a human actions. That's why the initial term was given the robota, not a robot. Initial term was the robota in 1921. In some books, you may find 1920, 1921, but in most of books, it is written 1921. So, initial term was the robota. Okay. So, here also, when a machine mimics human action, it is called robotic. Now, what about a process? A process of steps to perform a task is called a process. Okay, so it is a sequence of operations to perform the task. Like a robot has to reach to some specific starting point and the goal point. Okay, then from the starting point and the goal point, there will be number of operations, number of sequences, like opening the gripper, okay, then moving towards the object, then orientating about any axis as per the requirement, okay, then opening the gripper, okay, then holding the object, then moving towards the end point, okay, then opening the gripper. Okay, so these are operations, you can say sequences required to perform the specific task. Okay, so it is a process. Okay, and automation, executing any task without human intervention, is termed as automatic. Okay. Now, what is RPA? Once again, in the more better form, robotic process automation is software or technology which mimics human actions to perform a sequence of steps without human intervention, is known as robotic process automation. Okay. So is there any difference between automation and the robotic process automation? Automation we know. Okay. So now we are going to compare these these two keywords, automation and the robotic process automation. Okay. So if you focus on automation, so automation involves the invention of new technology or software for automating a particular task. But what about RPA? RPA doesn't involve any invention of software. Software or technology for automating. Okay. Now again coming back to the automation part. Programmable knowledge might be required to accomplish the task. But in the case of RPA, the same RPA tool can be used to automate various projects involving different technologies. Okay. Here, programming knowledge might be required in the case of automation. But here, what is saying, the same tool, RPA tools can be used to automate various projects. Okay. Now, again, coming back to the automation part, it may require human intervention. But in the case of robotic process automation, it doesn't require human intervention. Okay. So what are the pros and the cons of RPA? One side, it is reducing human efforts and thus the related human errors too. Okay. So if there will be humans, so obviously there will be chances of mistakes, manual mistakes. But it doesn't happen in the case of machines, in the case of automatic process. Okay. It improves productivity by saving cost and time. It's obvious. It offers real-time visibility into bug discovery. Okay. Offers real-time visibility. Okay. It is suitable for the uses by non-technical persons too, and no programming skills are required to use it. Okay. Okay. But what about the other parts, the other side of RPA? Need to reconfigure the robots for small changes in operation, in application. Okay. Need to reconfigure the robots. Okay. Now, what is this reconfigure? Reconfigure, changing its topology, changing its structure as per the requirement. Okay. So here, if there will be little changes in the operations, okay, so we need to reconfigure the robot. Okay. Dependency of boards on the speed of application. So this is also the big demerits behind using RPA. Dependency of boards on the speed of application. Okay. So what about myths about RPA? The RPA software requires coding skills. Is it required? Many people think that coding skills are required to use RPA software. This is not true because a non-technical person can easily use it. They can only need to understand the front end, okay, the sequences they need to understand. Okay. Whatever human supervision is not required at all. Also, it is a myth that no human supervision is required, but what is in actual, the myth that the RPA software doesn't require human supervision at all. It is not true. Humans are needed to program as well, feeding the task to the boards. Okay. So initial that feeding the task, feeding the programs, initially it is required. Okay. It is the cup of tea of only big organizations. Okay. It is only for the big organizations, not for the small industries. So many people think that RPA can be deployed and used by large companies only, but this is also not true. Small to medium-sized organizations can deploy RPA to automate the business. Okay. Now, what are the components of RPA? So, these are the components. The following are the basic or core components of RPA. The recorder. The recorder is the part of the development studio that developers use to configure the robots. It is like the macro recorder in Excel, the board recorder in any platform. Okay. It records mouse and keyboard movements on the UI, and this recording can be replayed to do the same steps again and again. This enables rapid automation. Okay. Now, what are the other component? The other component name is Development Studio. Okay. The Development Studio is used by developers to create robot configuration or train the robots. Using the Development Studio, a set of instructions and a decision-making logic is coded for robots to execute. Okay, this we will realize by using the different the tools. The tool name is UiPath. Okay. So these are the other components: plugin, extension, boot runner, control centers. Okay. How RPA works now? The RPA can execute necessary tasks which are generally repetitive and rule-based much better than human. But here the question that how RPA works will arise. So RPA boards transform back office by interacting with the user interface of a computer system just like humans. It works with any existing application and carries structured processes automatically. RPA is code-free and user-friendly and hence doesn't require additional software development or IT specialists for its working. In simple words, we can say that RPA works using demonstrative steps. Okay. Now it is regarding the implementation of RPA. The following approach, which consists of RPA implementation methodology, should be followed for a successful RPA implementation. Okay. Firstly, identify the automation opportunities. Then, optimize the identified processes. Then, build a business case for RPA journey, then select a RPA vendor for implementation, then start initial RPA boards development, then lastly expand our RPA scope and continue building RPA boards. Okay. So now example of RPA implementation. The following diagram shows an example executing the process of reading emails automatically by RPA. Okay. So it starts from reading mail, opening Excel file, entering data into, okay, and the escalation. Okay. Now, if answer will be no, then it will end the process. If yes, then animalizing by employee. So these are the steps or examples for implementing RPA. This we will see in one demonstration. Now, what are the applications of RPA? If the industry is using computer for repetitive and boring jobs like data entry, loan processing, etc., then it can use RPA. Okay, in the starting, I already discussed for the repetitive or boring kind of task, we can use the RPA. Following are some of the applications of RPA in various industries. So what are those industries mainly using the RPA software? Okay. So banking, human resource, business process outsourcing. These are the industries. And how in banking for doing customer support, loan processing, fraud claim, cards activation, and what about in human resource, joining formalities, payroll process, shortlisting candidates. What about in the case of business process outsourcing, ERP automation, invoice processing, automation of logistic data. So these are some important areas where the RPA can be used or being used. Okay. Also, it is not only limited to only those three. It can be used in healthcare, insurance, utility, legal, government, or infrastructures like account setup, customer support, application processing. Okay. Now we are going to talk about the RPA tools. So these are three important RPA tools. The first one is Blue Prism. The second one is UiPath. And the third one is Automation Anywhere. Okay. So these we can use, but just for learning, we cannot. We can only access. There is access in UiPath. Okay. For Blue Prism and the automation, these two are costly, expensive. Okay, and not for the demonstration purpose. And even for UiPath, for the business level, we need to take license. But just for a small task and just for understanding, or you can say for students learning, we can easily download it, easily we can get the exposure. Okay. So which tool to use, to choose? As we have seen, there are lots of tools for RPA, but the big question is that which tool to choose.
Sir,
Following up,
one chat box in one question is there, sir.
okay.
Which are open source tools is there, and some of the Bharat Kumar is asked, sir. Can you explain that one?
Yeah, this one, UiPath.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, sir, if you allow 2 minutes break, I want to drink a water. 2 minutes break to drink a water.
Please take, sir. Please take, and please close the session at 1:25, sir.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
in between, I am just requesting to download a UiPath.
Yeah.
You can search in the Google and try to download. We will have one demonstration.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah,
Can you?
2 minutes,
Yeah.
2 minutes break I want.
Yeah. Afternoon 1:30, 2:30 session is there. At the time of the at the time you will download that one, sir.
Yeah, no problem, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, professor. Thank you, professor.
I'm coming back, sir, after 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Participants, please wait for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry for the disturbances.
Sir, no problem, sir. Please continue, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. So there are a number of tools available in the market. So now the question is, which one is useful, more useful, and which one we can easily get access for the demonstration. So as we have seen, there are lots of tools for RPA, but the big question is that which tool to choose. Following are some parameters which must be considered before selecting RPA tool. So on the basis of technology, the most important parameter to check is the technology, say Microsoft, .NET, IBM, mainframe, Java, etc., in which the tool is built. The tool has to be platform independent. Yeah, this is more important, so that automation solutions support any application. Now, from the data point of view, data is another important parameter. We must choose a tool that makes easy to read and write business data into multiple systems. Okay. Yeah. Next one, interoperability. As discussed, tool must be platform independent and work across multiple applications. Now next, based on the ease of management. Another important parameter is how easily and effectively robots can be managed. The tool must have high level of control and visibility. Also, based on types, based on various tasks, that type of task, whether rule-based or knowledge-based, that can be configured by RPA tool is another important parameter to be taken care while selecting the tool. Okay. What about if we compare popularity of the RPA tools? So we have compared three tools. The first one, UiPath, colored, blue color curve you can see. Then the blue prism, the red one, and the automatic anywhere. The below one curve, orange color. Okay. So if you see the x-axis and the y-axis, so in the y-axis there is a interest over time, and the x-axis so see the blue color, it has a big interest among the customers. And what about the automatic anywhere? The below one, lowest in the graph. So in this way we can conclude that the people prefers UiPath, because the main problem is problem behind others to get experts. Like UiPath is open source, okay. Other than that, except that business license anyone can access. So in that way, we will have more experts, more exposures like MATLAB. if you compare with other software, specific software and the MATLAB. So MATLAB easily anyone can get help using MATLAB. If you search in Google and type the code, type the problems where you trapped, so easily you can get the answer because there are number of experts are there. So that's why UiPath is more popular among the other tools. Okay. So now we are going to discuss little bit about the UiPath. UiPath is a leading robotic process automation vendor providing a complete platform to help organizations efficiently automate business process. UiPath also offers a community edition to people who want to learn and implement RPA. Yeah, this is the main important thing. UiPath offers a community edition. Like generally we get access of NC's, MATLAB for student version. So it is like that, the community edition to people who want to learn and implement RPA. Okay. So why UiPath? It is powerful, intuitive, extensive, complete, universal, collaboration, recording, all these. These are the beauties or features of UiPath. Okay. And why UiPath? So that is again explained. Okay. So there are lots of tools for robotic process automation. However, UiPath is the most popular among them. Following are some of the features of UiPath that makes it attractive for RPA. Okay. Like a complete solution. It offers a complete solution with the help of three components, namely UiPath Studio, UiPath Orchestrator, and the UiPath Robots. Okay. Now, intuitive working with UiPath and creating robots is very instinctive because it uses drag and drop and flowchart activities. It is very easy to learn too. Like if you have seen Simulink in the MATLAB, so we can drag, okay, we can drag and drop the blocks. So same here, we no need to write like a coding like a C++, Python. Okay, all the activities will be given in terms of like a block diagram, and that we can drag and drop. And also we can make a flow chart of the activities, like a sequence of operations, like starting to end point, that we can execute by opting the flow chart. Okay. The extensive activity library. UiPath is having an extensive activity library consisting of hundreds of pre-built drag and drop actions. Okay. So these are the most beautiful feature. Also the security. UiPath also offers high-level security because we can store and encrypt the credentials on the centralized server. Okay. And recording, UiPath provides the facility of recording as well. In the software, we can record the sequences of operations. It had a special recorder for desktop applications. Okay, and like that. Universal search. It is having universal search feature which allows us to perform single search for all automation resources like libraries, activities, projects, and the workflow. Also, powerful debugging. UiPath offers its user a very powerful debugging which is very intuitive and flexible. And what in terms of collaboration, UiPath promotes collaboration too, as we can store, protect, share scripts in MS Team Foundation and the SVN. We can also reuse the workflow. Okay, like a collaboration with Excel, collaboration with the MS Team. Okay, we can collaborate. Suppose if we want to send data to some specific person, so with the help of that Excel, we can get data from the internet, and that data can be extracted in the required form, and that can be sent to the users. Okay. The third-party integration, UiPath also provides third-party integration facility. We can plug in various cognitive and OCR technologies from ABB, YY, IBM, Watson, Google, Microsoft, and so on. Server-based licensing. UiPath allows server-based licensing, which makes the licensing process centralized and easy to use. Okay? It is not specific to persons, not specific to only one system. Okay, server-based, anyone can access within the network, within the campus. Okay. And what are the products of UiPath? UiPath Uniform is available with the following three product suites. UiPath Studio. With the help of UiPath Studio, we can design our automation process in a visual manner. It allows us to use recorders, drag, drop, widgets to model our robotic process. UiPath Robot. The job of UiPath Robot is to take over once you are done with the designing of processes in the studio and executing all the processes with the perfect accuracy. Okay. And how to install the UiPath, the community edition version. Okay, so this you can access. Go to following link, the www.uipath.com/developers/community-edition-download. Okay, then we need to fill out the information in the form of, on this website you shall receive an email with the download link. Once you have entered all the information on this web page, okay, after entering all these informations, we receive an email. Once and after clicking that, once downloaded, fill in the steps on the screen to successfully complete the installation. Okay. So what I am going to give one demonstration, that is on the report preparation of COVID-19 report preparation. Okay. So in that, what is the task? Extract the data from the website for COVID, for number of affected people, number of recovered people, number of deaths, okay, then what is the next task? Put the extracted data in Excel file. Then what is the further task? Send the Excel file over the email to required recipients. Okay. So how to download? And already I have downloaded that. This UI path you can see. However, I have downloaded 3 times. So this I have downloaded by using that link, and it is a UI path studio community, and from here you can see right side new project process, like so what I'm going to do here to prepare report for COVID-19. Okay, prepare report for COVID-19. Okay, and the path I have given, path I have specified this. I can change, and further description of the task to generate data. To generate data for COVID-19. Now I'm creating this. It is a report I'm going to create, and naming the reports with a description, and the path is location is specified. Now it is going on. It takes time based on network. Yeah, it takes a few minutes only. So next session also I'm going to continue. It will start from 2:30 to 4 o'clock. So in between, if you have any queries, so you may ask right now or later at that time.
Sir, one query is there in chat box.
Okay.
Is the UiPath tool is free to download or any other methodology to do?
Yeah, it is free. It is free, sir. It is free, but this only this version, this community UiPath Studio community, but it is sufficient. It is sufficient for learning, teaching and learning. It is sufficient, and for specific for business purpose, we need to take a license.
Okay, sir. Participants, any queries is there, please respond, or otherwise the session is closed at start at 2:30 afternoon. Any other queries is there?
Yeah. Sir, one question. Sir,
Yeah.
the UI, is any hardware required or is it completely software based?
Software based.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and also I'm going to share for the visualization of robot kinematics. We need to, there is also some open source software that I'm going to, is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir, visible.
Yeah, you can go to Google and type Robo Analyzer. Okay, and this if I get a 30 session so this I will be this exposure I will give the Robo Analyzer software exposure for the kinematic and the dynamics of a robot. We can see the movement of robots, the trajectories of robot, the movement of you can say the coordinates, control of robots by the joints or by the robot tips and effectors. So this easily you can download. It is priceless. Anyone can download Robo Analyzer. It's a 3D model based software for visualization. From here you can download, and there are number of versions. The recent version is the Robo Analyzer V7.5. It is developed by IIT Delhi, by the Department of Mechanical Engineering, and the professor name is Professor S.K. Saha and his team. They developed this, and it is very nice for the exposures, kinematic and dynamic exposures, and it is a very good tool for the students. They can visualize. So with this, thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor. We will meet on 2:30 p.m., sir.
Yeah, yes.
All participants are requested to rejoin the next session by 2:30 p.m.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, participants, wonderful participants. Thank you very much.